this is me tweaking out on the basement floor. This is kind of what I do on the daily. I am currently now trying to fix this. I decided I had an idea. I had a bright idea, right? I was going to make an octopus because I love octopus. I love the ocean life, you know me. And I'm going to draw a skateboard. I'm going to draw it on a skateboard, but not in a practical way of like, you know, an octopus kind of like standing on his tentacles like it would, like, you know, kind of like a cool way, but like a genuine octopus in its octopus physics with its like very, you know, smushy and no bones about it. Just basically like an octopus on a skateboard. Like if you were to take a real octopus and put it on a skateboard. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Just basically they're just sitting on top of each other. And then this is like the upside down view. I didn't draw all the tentacles there because I was like,
I'm gonna do the graffiti part because that's the one thing that I can do, sort of.
Until I realized that like when I was doing it and I did the graffiti part, it's gonna be reversed. It's not gonna look that it sucks. It's not up to my standards, right? I've never really practiced throws. I've never really practiced graffiti in a bit because I used to do it a lot. I used to do like that style. I used to be out here, you know, and doing shit. And then I stopped for a really long time because I wanted to get into like art, you know, like actual art. And kind of went back to do it. I never really, okay, here's a secret though. I was never good at it. And that's something that like I can admit to myself, you know. That's something that like you can't be really subjective about. Art is subjective, but I feel like with graffiti, it's way more like cookie cutter. Like you can see a tag and know that it's good, and then you can see a tag and know that it's not very good. That's why it's way easier for people to bully you when your graffiti is not good. So I get very self-conscious because I've definitely experienced that as like a 17-year-old in the streets of fucking Arizona. Like that shit was very scary to me. But now that I'm 21, now that I'm like, you know, older, and I'm like, okay, this shit's like kind of old. Like anyone who gets pressed about graffiti art, should really like reevaluate themselves. They're most likely older men who, have hit their graffiti prime in like the 80s or 90s and have like full-fledged families and work 9 to 5s. Like, bro, like if you don't sit back down and go back to your fucking job, it's really not that serious. Like it's really not that serious. Anyway, that's like a really long like graffiti rant. It's like I could talk about that all the goddamn time because I feel like it's really like it's not necessary. Like this is not necessary. It's not a necessary topic to have right now. I am very anxious right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the heat. I'm feeling the heat that I'm placing upon myself. And a lot of the times the creative process and the artistic process is a lot of imposter syndrome. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in a very, very strong way right now. I'm feeling very inadequate. I'm feeling very like I can't do it. Like I can't do this anymore type shit. It always happens. It always happens to me. And I think the fact that also I've never gotten any, I guess, professional training. I've never went to art school. I did take like one art class in 2nd grade, which like doesn't count. The only reason that I continue to do this, even though the imposter syndrome eats at me like so intensely and comes in the middle of the work, because like what is this? Is that number one, you're not giving yourself a fair shot. You're not giving yourself a fair shot when you're assessing it in the middle of it. It's like if you were to like make a meal and not cook it. It's like if you were to throw the ingredients in a pot and then be like, God, I'm so bad at cooking. But like, bro, turn on the heat. If you don't like turn on the stove right now and like preheat the oven to 350 degrees, like you need to work on it. You need the time to go in there and work on it. So like you can't assess your skills if you're not done with the piece. That's number one. You can never give up on it because that becomes your legacy. You can't give up on it. Art is a very personal thing. You need to really sit with yourself and know what your message is with every piece. Sometimes there is no message. Sometimes you like colors, like me. I just fucking love colors. I love mixing and matching colors, doing the trial and error without really getting to know the process or research things. I know that at some point, you know, I can't just go off of my like talent or skills and I have to do research. I have to like kind of teach myself the process. But for right now, I just kind of like trial and erroring, you know. I like to learn as I fail, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, for instance, on this piece, I outlined the letters in black when the darkest color on here is, like, navy blue, for instance. I should have outlined the piece in black so let's keep it with the color scheme. Or another way to fix this is that everything else on this piece becomes black. Like, I'll just outline the octopus in black. You know, like, you just kind of have to... There's different ways that you can... fix this, you know? And a lot of the things that I do, I don't plan for anything. I don't plan a color scheme. I don't plan how the shape's gonna look. As you can see, there's really no, like, you don't see any pencils here. I didn't erase nothing. I just kind of went ahead with my Posca pens and did it. Like, this is all I do. Like, I don't have a desk. I just have Posca pens, and I'm on the basement floor, and I'm just doing it. And I tweak out here. I tweak out here until I breathe in all the oxygen in the basement. I have to go outside to breathe because I'm gonna pass out in like T-minus 2 minutes. It's a process, really. And you get to know more about yourself the more that you do it, which is why I feel like art, it can't be taught. You know, there are skills, there's anatomy, of course. If you want things to look like it's not weird as shit, you might need a little bit of learning. You might need to learn from other people. It's really good to learn from others. But I feel like at a certain point, you know, you have to do the work. You have to find out what makes your heart sing. You have to find out what is worth learning for you, you know? There's a lot of skills out there. There's a lot of things that kind of fit for every person. That's why I really love art so much, and I could talk about it for forever. Anybody can be an artist. Anybody can do it. I mean, if I can do it, like, you see all these stuff, like, you see all that on the wall up there? You see all that? Don't mind my bed. You see all that? That's from my friends that I've made by doing this online. You see that street sign over there? That street sign over there? That was a friend. A friend sent this to me, you know? Because this is the community. This is the community. Like, artists, like genuine true artists, bro, just a bunch of people who just love sending and receiving shit. Like, I'm part of the sticker community personally on Instagram, for instance. That's where I started out. I did art on Instagram. That is kind of where I got my footing in. And those people, bro, they love sending art. They love sending and receiving and sharing. Like, it's like a whole, like, it's like a trade. It's trading. It's trading your art, and it's such a beautiful thing. Like, it just shows you the love. There's a lot of love in art. There's a lot of love in art. There's a lot of competition in art, I feel like, as well, but like, you can learn a lot from each other. Everybody has a unique like language when it comes to art. They have their unique like they're fluent in their own language when it comes to their pen on their paper, bro. Like, no one can ever be the same when it comes. Like, I love styles, bro. So realism, honestly, is my least favorite form of art. I do not like realism. I do not like realism at all, bro. I am very much into styles. I like stylized art. I like cartoons. I like it all. I'm partial to graffiti art. I'm partial to like art on the walls, like kind of political art a little bit, because, you know, I like the provocativeness of graffiti, and that's where I kind of started out on, and I will die on that hill. It's literally your life. You do whatever the hell you want. Don't let anybody literally look at me in my eyes. I'm going to start tweaking really bad if you don't listen to me. Do not let people tell you what to do when it comes to your own art. Unless you're in art school, of course you're going to have to listen to the professional. But like, if you're bad, you're going to become good if you keep doing it. That's a lesson for everything, okay? Because whenever I meet people and I'm like, you should do art, they're like, yeah, but I would love to be an artist, but like, I'm bad at it. Motherfucker, I was horrible. I can show pictures. I can literally put up pictures about like the tags that I used to do, and I put them on my wall. Just like every day, I would just like take a little like "Hello, my name is" sticker and just do a little letter, put it on the wall. Do a little letter, put it on the wall, just to kind of see the process progress. Because like my stuff looked like chicken scratch. It just looked like chicken scratch. It looked really bad, like really, really bad. I've been doing this consistently. Oh my god, I'm like shaking this like a maraca. I've been doing this consistently for 4 years, like since 2020, since COVID, really. And that's when I picked up a new hobby. I was like, I am really bad, but I'm gonna keep doing this, you know. And you gotta push through it. You gotta push through it, man. Like, that's with anything. If you're gonna let things not like the fear of looking bad like deter you from getting anywhere, that's your problem. You're never gonna go anywhere. You're gonna be stuck. And the worst thing is being stuck. My worst fear is being stuck anywhere. You gotta just keep going, even if it looks like crap for like 2 years straight. It's gonna get better. You're gonna pick up some skills along the way. You're gonna meet people that are gonna help you and push you along. You're just gonna find the love. You're gonna find your niche and you're gonna stick in it. I personally don't describe to niches. I think it's best when you kind of dabble in everything. There's a saying about that, like a master to all is a master of none. There's a rest to that saying, basically meaning that saying is garbage, bro. Just do everything. Do everything until something sticks and you go in that path, bro. That's like the whole point of being an artist. That's the whole point of trying to feed your soul. Art feeds the soul. It feeds my soul. So why I do it. That's why I'm like religiously, like, I don't know. There's a bunch of garbage on the floor, but I'm going to show you, bro. Like, this is, and all the stuff back there. I live in the basement, okay? So there's a bunch of storage here. But like, I have a bunch of stuff on this floor. I have so much art. There's art everywhere. There's so much art under my bed. There's so much art in the corner of that. Like, there's art. It's like an explosion. It's like somebody exploded in here, bro. So yeah, like, listen to me. It's all I have. It's all I have. And it really does help you figure out more about yourself. It's very therapeutic for me. I'll just leave it at that. But this is your sign. This is literally your sign to pick up a pen and draw something, do something. Because Lord knows what can come of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 4 years in and I kind of still am trying to figure out my footing. And I'm having fun along the way. I'm having a good time. That's all that really matters, you know? And I'm trying to enjoy the process. I'm trying to take my time because time doesn't feel real. I feel like the end of the world is always tomorrow. And if I'm not doing everything I can in a day, and if I'm not using every little second, I am surely gonna die. Like it's that like, as you can tell, I'm very intense. I'm an intense human being. It's not true. It's just not true. Gotta take your time. Gotta slow your roll. Gotta ease into it. And you know what? Like, I'll learn. I'll figure out what to do with this. It's on cardboard. I utilize anything. I'll draw on literally anything. And I'm going to utilize this. And it's going to look good. And I know this to be a fact. I know that this is going to look good. I'm confident in my skills. I just have to freak out. Because it does bring out all of the insecurities out of me. But I know that I'm going to be okay. And, like, if I can do this, literally anybody else can do this. Like, trust me. So yeah, I have faith in you. You got this. Go draw right now. Go pick up your pencil and go scribble something out in like your math notes, bro. That's what I did. I started out on my calculus notes, bro. That's all I did. So, you know, it's your turn now. I challenge you to do some art.